darlings, welcome to Tammy and Tiaras. This week I'm going to cook something, so my beautiful lady in Ireland, you will like this video, and I'm actually being inspired once again by my beautiful niece Linda, who absolutely loved this veggie slice last week, a couple of weeks now ago, and she said, Auntie Tam, I want the recipe. Now what's the best thing better than a recipe? Showing her how it's done. So that's the beauty of YouTube. So join me as I make this for my niece and for all my beautiful people out there, so that you know how to make yourself a lovely vegetarian, well, it's got eggs in it, vegetarian slice that is suitable for diabetics, because I'm diabetic and it sucks. But I took charge of my diabetes and I lost 25 kilos through changing everything that I ate and looking at my life in a whole different perspective. So this is something that I eat every day.
First of all, darlings, let's get ready. I used to clean homes for people, as you know, and you pick up a few tips, and I had one lady who had this big plastic sheet that she used to put on her benches whenever she actually cooked anything. Well, Miss Catherine swore by that sheet, but it took a lot of washing up afterwards. So I do the same, but with an old tablecloth that was actually my dad's, so it's from the 70s. First of all, let's get the pan sorted. So I use non-stick grease-proof paper, and I always put some spray on the bottom to make sure it sits as flat as it can in the pot. Super easy. I'm making two today, 2 quiches. So, darlings, how have you all been? Please let me know in the comments. I hope you're looking after your mental health, and I hope that you're eating well. As we get older, we must watch our nutrition.
One of the sad things about being diabetic is that you can't have flour. There is something in flour that just turns your blood glucose levels upside down. So I make flour my way, which works for me, using rolled oats. Now, these are just rolled oats from Aldi, super cheap, product of Australia. I grind them up, which I'll show you in a moment. I add seeds to it. This week I've added pepita seeds. Usually I have chia seeds. Because the packets are small, I'm going to add 2 packets of this to this oats mix that I'll use through the week. Yeah, so that's what I do to make the flour that works for me. I have these ingredients on hand all the time so that I can just whiz up this. Unfortunately, Bert won't eat it, which I wish he would, because he doesn't eat enough vegetables. I put different veggies in every week. Just, you can use whatever you've got in your cupboard, whatever's in season. I try to go with seasons because I think that's a healthier option. I think God knows what we need. So that's what I do.
Well, look what I've got this week. These slices generally last me about 3 days. I do put pepita seeds in with the oatmeal, just to add extra protein. It really helps with the blood sugar. You can check if you can have this, oats I'm talking about, flour, in a quiche by checking your blood levels after 2 hours and see how it's affected you. Look at all of my vegetables. I have got capsicum, I have got broccoli, carrots. This one was a salad mix that I picked up as well for Bert, but he didn't eat it, so I'm going to chuck that in as well. That's got cauliflower and no cabbage in it, I think. Yeah, and I've got kale there as well, as I love red cabbage. I go for lots of colour. Unfortunately, this batch had a lot of red in it and not quite enough green because my silver beet is not growing yet, and Aldi were out of kale. I usually put that in. I'm making 2, so there's 5 large eggs in each. And then it's just a matter of throwing it all in the food processor. As you all know, I have my beautiful Theodora, who is a Thermomix that I've had for 7 years that I bought secondhand off a friend. You literally just make sure that you've food prepped everything. I love all-purpose seasoning. And because I was admitted to hospital once with very low salt, because when I first started looking after my diabetes, I cut all the salt out as well. I ended up very sick, darlings, very, very sick. Now I don't skimp as much on the salt as I used to. There's 1.5 cups of the oatmeal flour that I make in this. With the vegetables that are left, I always wrap them up again in fresh towels because that's how I store them in the fridge, because I wash and prepare them all the day before, so I'm not so tired on the day of actually cooking. There was quite a lot of veggies left, so I've still got some in the fridge for another one later on in the week. It's a great idea just to put them in tea towels because then you can throw them in the wash, etc. And if you're worried about germs, just pop them in the microwave for 30 seconds before you use them for the veggies. Then it's a matter of simply tipping it out into the pans. It's so easy to do, and if anyone has a food processor, you can do it. Possibly not everybody likes it as smooth as I do, but Lucy eats this too, so I like it small for her as well. I'm using a square, this is my oblong glass dish that was Dad's old rice cooking dish that I use. And then I've also got my trusty cheese, because we must have cheese on top. I use 10 slices of cheese or grated cheese or any sort of cheese that I've got in stock, and 6 on one, 4 on the other. Any type that you want. You don't have to have cheese with it, but I just think it gives it that little bit that starts Lucy to eat it. I really love to put them, to do them both together because that keeps us going for, a few days. But I do love to put tomato on the top or capsicum on the top. All of my homegrown tomatoes are well and truly finished. Linda, darling, had the last of those, and now I've had to buy some just from the shops. The ones from the shops are nowhere near the flavour of mine. And of course, they're so much bigger. So Bert actually likes these tomatoes. I just think they look nice on the top. Just add something. Then, of course, I pop the cheese on the top of that. And it goes into the oven for an hour. And then after an hour for the 2 of them, I put a skewer in to see how they're going. If it comes out clean and they feel firm to the touch, they're cooked. Then you can pop the cheese on top, depending if you've got really thick cheese or sliced cheese. And once I put the cheese on top, I simply turn the oven off and I just let it go with the fan force. And that just browns up the cheese nicely. On about 170, 180, depending on how hot your oven is. This is super lovely to take on a picnic because it's lovely cold and it's lovely hot. When I eat this slice, I always eat it with extra protein, which will be chicken or steak. Sometimes mince as well. So, darlings, what do you think? I think that you can make this, and I want to know in the comments how many of you make it. It tires me out doing this, it really does. That's why I do it over 2 days. It's also so many vegetables, isn't it? So many. I just wish I could get Bert to eat it. See, the cheese doesn't go on until the oven's going off, till they're cooked. And this is the end result. and they smell absolutely gorgeous. You can cut them up and take them on the picnic and put them in with some ice, and they will be absolutely fine. That's just the cheese I use, just everything that I've got in the cupboard. Love you all. There's always cleaning up, of course. That always goes with it. And somehow, to me, I don't feel like I've finished in the kitchen unless I've done some sort of washing up, even if you've got a dishwasher. That's just me, though. I just love the fact that I have this in the fridge every day of the week, prepared, usually with different vegetables, just whatever that takes my fancy when I go shopping. Something about drying up and putting away.
It's always cleaning up. These eggshells I'm going to cook up in the oven and grind them up in the thermi, and then I'm going to hand them back to our beautiful ladies that bring us the eggs every week so that they can put them in with their chook food, because it actually helps the chickens and the eggs be stronger. There you know. Now you know. Bye, darlings. Oh, darlings, so I'm really tired after that. It does tire me out doing the slice because I still have the iron thing going on. But I am going to make myself a delicious pure green tea to give me a bit of a boost. Thank you, Dee. I actually like them. And then I'm going to sit down and do some knitting, which, as you know, gives me lots of pleasure. I hope you have a fabulous week wherever you are in the world. Alan actually asked Bert to go out to give him a hand, and I've been able to do it while Bert's not here because he's so damn noisy. Anyway, lots of love to you all, darlings. Look after your mental health. Eat well. We are what we eat. And God bless from beautiful Ballarat. Lucy's been in a bit of a mood today, and she's definitely not happy with me because I'm washing her favourite bed. As you all know, we bought her a very nice, expensive bed from Aldi, which she refuses to sleep in. She's been in it about 3 times. She loves it up on the ottoman where she can see out. So until her favourite bed is back, she's only got her blankets.